Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of High Top Sports, aka Champs Corner, bringing you a hot and juicy one, ladies and gentlemen. The boys were looking swole today. Some clips were dropping, and the boys were throwing up some weight. Lightweight, baby. We're going to talk about that. Then the secondary, the safety / cornerback room has been a question mark. It's been a point of conversation. I feel like we've kind of glazed over because there's been so many other exciting things to talk about, whether it's DJ Lagway and his bionic arm, or the running back room, or this offensive line being rated top in the SEC, or the defensive line having 2 top NFL draft picks, or maybe this wide receiver room that could absolutely just blow your socks off. Or this linebacker, you see what I'm saying? So we haven't talked a lot about the safety room. We've glazed over it, but I kind of want to maybe settle some nerves that some of you may have. Then Tennessee, they're already in trouble with the quarterback. We know about that. And I know it's the enemy, it's the bad guys, but it sounds like they might be having some more problems with their other superstar on their team. Lots to talk about here on this beautiful Monday. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and at the end of the show, we are giving away, it's a signed Brandon Spikes item. I'll explain it all at the end of the show. Stephen Harris, champ, joined us. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, baby? It's a great Monday, man. Can't complain. Champs Corner. Hey, man, life is good.
It is fan. We were just talking about it before the show. You know, you just got to slow down a little bit, appreciate the little things, and you know, when you do that, the rest of it, I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's a little more digestible. Okay,
Yeah, put things into perspective.
Puts a lot of things into perspective, man. Highly blessed and highly favorable, man. That's for sure. So good stuff, man. Good to see you. Happy to have you on as always on this beautiful Monday. We are one day closer. Every Monday we chit chat, man. We are right around the corner to break it. You know, we're only 2 Mondays away from breaking down film. That's where you should be excited. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, this part of the season, you know, it's exciting when the recruiting is hot and stuff. It kind of dies down, but you know, I'm still old school. I'm ready to get the pads on. You know what I mean? Ready to see some pads popping. Hear a couple more stories and get into the meat of this thing, which is the season, man. So I'm excited, man. Not too far along, man. I made it a whole off season with you.
You did. You did last year. I guess it wasn't as consistent, was it?
No, not as consistent, but you know, consistency is key. So it's been good.
We kept you locked in this year. Yeah, we kept you trim. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know, because I'm old school. I was on the, hey, you transfer this, you transfer that, but now just seeing the full picture, it's a process. So you know, I'm adapting. So I'm rolling with the punches.
Yeah, I mean, I forget. We kind of just, I think this year we just stuck with Monday. Like it became the norm, right? Where last year it was more within the season when there was breaking things, we would have it, but it wasn't as consistent as it has been. And I think we've done pretty well. We've managed.
Fans, yeah. They ask for it, you know. They tell me great job. They loving the chemistry. So if the fans want it, I'm here. I'm all for the fans. So
that is true. We are two peas in a pod.
Smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Amen. We are 2 peas in a pod. Look, I mean, Stephen Harris. You guys kind of always get the hint of it, but Stephen Harris he's got blackmail on me, so he's forever intertwined with the show. He's not going anywhere. So I've got my hands are tied. But yeah, listen, next Monday we won't have anything, but next Monday will be the day after our massive event, the Independent Media Gator Day. A lot of you reached out saying, hey, I'll be there. How do I get tickets? Which is super excited. Again, if you've bought a ticket, you've already entered yourself into the drawing for this phenomenal helmet, which is signed by some absolute dudes. Jaden Ball, Drake Stubbs, Caleb Banks, Tramel Jones. Did I already say that? No, I did not. And Eugene Wilson. I mean, some absolute dudes are on that football helmet, and everyone who's bought a ticket to that Independent Media Gator event will have a chance to win that thing next Sunday. So yeah, next Monday we won't have any film because the following Tuesday is when everything kicks off. So
for sure,
pads will be. Maybe we do an emergency show. We might have to.
That'll be dope. We'll see how it goes. And shout out to the guys on Facebook. I've seen a couple said they brought the tickets. They're looking forward to seeing us too. So awesome.
I love it. Before we dive into it, first from our guy Keith Hathcock says, "Stop putting up the big boy weight." I mean, what a perfect time to transition. We got Mr. Tyreek Sapp throwing up 445, and let's not sleep on Mr. Tyler Miles there, just looking absolutely phenomenal. Talk to us, Steven, for the lesser ones, right? For the little ones in the room, like Cody. What's it like to throw? Have you ever thrown a 445? How hard is that? Like, where does from when you were growing up working out, where does that put him in perspective of other? I mean, he's about to eat everybody in there. In perspective of other linemen.
I'm a defensive tackle. He's obviously playing in. I've never touched that 445 in my life. I don't think I would have even tried it. Probably would have snapped my neck. So yeah. So I mean, I've seen stronger guys, of course, yes, but
sure.
For a defensive end, the way he repped it up, man, I'm excited to see it go to youth this season. That's nothing. Listen, 445 is amazing, brother, man. It's amazing. It's nothing short of amazing. I think our
Jarvis
strongest
Moss
guy
was a big dude. What did he throw up?
Negative. This would have snapped Moss in half. If Moss would have attempted to lift this, he'd have been in the ICU.
Okay, so who was that dude then on the team when you played that would have got closer or outdid this?
Joe Corn would have did it. Yeah, Joe Corn would have did it. I think Joe Corn would have probably did 485. I don't know. Joe Corn, it was a beast. Yeah.
So he's an elite company then, if you will.
Listen, 445. There's not too many human beings on the planet Earth that's doing that. That's not absolute power lifter, bodybuilder. Yeah,
just born to do that.
And if you look at him, the way he's built, of course he has muscle, but he's not bodybuilder type build. He's a football player, so that's extremely impressive. Most people, when I look at that, and now mind you, most linemen are only 300 and something pounds. You don't even have a lineman that's 445. So the fact that he could just raw push you, that's not including the strength of his legs.
Amen.
So if he's running at you and squatting and going through you with the arms and the legs, the man was down to move a car by himself.
So Mr. Wiggs says Aaron Donald was 500 pounds, and Aaron Donald was a bad man coming off the edge. And you got to think like age is a factor. People have to understand. I don't know if you know this, but if you're working out, that's why David Solder's bigger than me. He's just older. All right. No, look, obviously, grown man strength. There's a factor. Okay, like this. It's why Mark Scott looks so good all the time. He's got like years and years and years on us. That plays a factor into these things too, like where Aaron Donald's. But so you're pushing 445 as like a 21, 22, probably 21, 22 years old. That's hella impressive, man.
Yeah.
Hella impressive of where you of where you come from and how you have to compound that over a couple of years. The other person that posted a video was Jeriah Tank Hawkins, wide receiver, who I think it was 335, 315.
335. I saw 3 plates on there. I'm not sure if it was anything else on the other side.
3 plates. I'm looking at that. 3 plates. I don't know if there's anything on the other side there. So yeah, this 3
wide receiver. Plates. That's very impressive.
But to put into perspective, I'm gonna look up how much he weighs. Because that's also, and what's important about that? What am I doing here? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying for the 315 for any wide receiver is impressive.
Yeah, so Tank Hawkins coming out of high school, mind you, weighed 176. He probably weighs a few more pounds than that now. And also Dallas Wilson posted, here's why I'm excited to talk about this, because last year we got a ton of information. And I don't know if they did this by, on purpose this year when not giving as much information, but we had a full breakdown from last year of Tyler Miles' workout schedule, the weight gain, the muscle mass, like all those things. It was broken down, per player, and I love talking about it. We haven't got any of that. I know De La Torre wrote the article last year. I don't know if by him changing positions caused that. I don't know, but I really enjoy it. I like understanding this. I've always been a big component of the strength and conditioning staff and how this is where you win the season. I mean, people don't want to believe me, but you've said it. Tate Casey said it, like this is where it's won, and we saw it last year. We did see it last year. Your ability to close the way that you did was because of what was done here. We needed some other things to get figured out, but for them to be able to hold on and do what they needed to do. But look, for Hawks to throw around 315, very same mindset, right? When you're within that 5 yards to be able to sling a wide receiver or a DB off of you. Right? Like just when you see those guys hit,
stiff arm, anything, yeah.
Yeah, that's a major factor. So
I
love
think
seeing these guys throw this weight around.
I think last year we needed to see that. You know, we had so many changes with changing the strength and conditioning coach, just the way our fan base is. We kind of needed to see those numbers just to keep us kind of cool. Like, okay, he's doing his job. I don't think we need to see that as much this year. And, you know, not for nothing, you know, look, I think we can afford to hide some of these analytics. Don't let them know what we're doing, but just to hype around the program and people talking about the program and strength and conditioning. They've been more vocal about it now, and so they've been seeing the gains and they've been buying in. So I don't think we need to see it and to give anybody no leg up on us, or not that it gives us a leg up, but we don't need to put out that information now. They believe in the program. We saw it last year, but little clips like this let us know that it was a gain here. Spikes even mentioned that, you know, that was his new personal best right now. So that's big. That's big time. You know, going into your senior season, to still be hitting new heights. You know, right before the season start, we expect to see not only those gains there, but the gains on the field as well, which I know we'll see. And that it just let me know that it's going to translate. That these guys are totally brought in, which is fantastic. 315 from a wide receiver is, I mean, you're basically lifting the offensive tackle out of the way with one push, you know. And
that's true.
And most of the average human being is what, I don't know, 165
Not
maybe
anymore. Probably like
for a man. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but so they're repping you and moving you out the way with ease, which is credit to Tyler Miles, man. People been saying max him out. If we got it, do it.
We'll talk about that in just a minute. Just the strength and conditioning room. I think it's gonna be a perfect transition into the cornerback room too. And in a lot of these rooms for Florida Gators. But Dallas Wilson came in at 209, and he posted a picture today. He's at 219, and you got to think that. Look, okay, 10 pounds. He gained 10 pounds. It's 100% of muscle. But what isn't noted is he probably dropped 9 pounds of fat. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like he just tacked on to those because he's coming out of high school with these. I'm sure they're focused, they're trained, but it's nowhere near the same level of what they're doing now. And I imagine that they'll 100% trim up probably 4 or 5 pounds, just given what's going to come here in the next month or so. So they're stacking up, build. It's like they're in hibernation right now to get prepared for what is to come. But what I was saying is that this is the first year that we've had back-to-back consistency with good strength and conditioning. So we had Mark Hawk the first year that came in. It wasn't really looked at. It wasn't really spoke about too much. The second year, right? Actually, at the end of the year, we were very upset with how things went. That's when Fitzgerald was hired, right? Because we're going into Billy's fourth year. Yeah. Fitzgerald was hired to take over because there was a ton of concern, ton of injuries. We looked flat. We couldn't keep up. All of those things. Fitzgerald comes in, he's there for a little bit, and that's when Tyler. No, I'm messing this up. So Mark Hockey had 2 years under his belt, and then the third year is when Fitz took over. But then Tyler took it over halfway through, and now we're going into his second year. But you know, again, the Mark Hockey situation, there were so many issues after year one that it went under the radar. Right, because there were so many other things that had to be fixed after year one. They lost wide receiver coach, defensive coach, like so many things changed transition. And nobody was even talking about the strength and conditioning room. And then, of course, the next year it was a complete shambles. That was a big factor that had to go. And of course, now here we are in his fourth year, and we're seeing some more consistency and some growth on top of that, which is good to see.
And it translated. You saw how we finished games last year. You know, strength and conditioning opposed to the 2 previous years where we looked flat, the effort, energy wasn't there. We wasn't playing up to the Gator standard. And it starts in the off season, you know, the work that they're putting in. Just to hear everybody excited about the off season, everybody's there, present, early, staying late, getting the extra work in. It's going to translate, man. It just speaks to the character that we have on the team. And these guys want to go get it. You know what I mean? They know what it takes. And they're putting in that extra effort and energy, and it's showing. It's definitely showing.
No question about it. Now, I do want to transition from there, talking about consistency. All right, so the safety room, the secondary room, people have called in, they left voicemail, they've talked about it a little bit. And I kind of got to thinking, I was like, man, we have some concerns, but when we think about this secondary, this cornerback / safety room in comparison to Napier's first 3 years, where does it stand? And then I got to thinking, I was like, well, when you put it in that perspective, it actually might be one of the best ones we've had with expectations coming in, because when you look at 2022, right, the depth chart, okay, again, it sounds crazy, but here when you look into it, all right, for the safety room, we had Trey Dean, which we know how that was. Okay, we had him. He was in Swoldersquist's DM yelling at him because Dave's out here tweeting numbers that just did not make Trey look good. All right, Kamari Wilson, the 5-star safety who we were ecstatic about, that came from IMG, but it obviously did not pan out what we all intended it to be. Miguel Mitchell, who ultimately ended up transferring. Right, that was his that was his freshman year. Donovan McMillan was the only bright spot of that, in my opinion, and he transferred out to Pittsburgh, and he's been drafted into the NFL. I loved Donovan McMillan. Was, again, my opinion, the best part of that secondary. Then it was Trevez Johnson, Corey Collier, Rashad Torrance, never really got anything going. Kamari Wilkinson was a redshirt freshman, never really got anything going. Jadarius Perkins, and then other names that we've never heard of. That was the safety room, okay? In the cornerback room, this is 2022. This is Billy's first year, okay? So not much of his class. Jason Marshall, which was his sophomore year, which Jason really didn't shine until last year, for being honest. Jalen Kimber, which was a disaster. The transfer from Georgia. Y'all know about number 8. Y'all know about number 8. Jadon Hill, who transferred as well. I like Jadon.
Jadon.
That was his sophomore year. Didn't do anything crazy, but I didn't mind him. Ethan Pouncey never got anything going. That was Devin Moore's freshman year. Okay. And then Avery Helm was the other one. And Helm, I quietly remember, that was his sophomore year. This was Billy Napier's first year. No names that just kind of jump off the page of like, that guy made a difference. Okay. Not to mention, that was Corey Raymond's year, where he had the entire secondary under his watch.
Just him solo,
Correct. That was year 1. Okay. Year 2, Corey still is in charge, right? We bring in Austin Armstrong because Patrick leaves. All right. So that's where we're at now, going into 2023. And here's the depth chart. So the depth chart for the first game of the season of that year was Jordan Castell, who was who's still there, who was a
freshman.
Big year. Miguel Mitchell was the starter. Who we all remember the clip of Miguel Mitchell just getting absolutely bodied by the Mizzou wide receiver. Okay, that's right. Scooby Williams. That was linebacker. Excuse me. Jalen Kimber was still there, so that was a starter. Which we, again, horror stories. Okay, and Jason Marshall. So Jadon Hill was the star. Who wasn't, again, Jadon Hill, I think, was still a bright spot. But if you're saying, hey, Jadon Hill or Aaron Gates and Sharif Denson, I think I know where we're all going with that.
For sure. It's not,
It's not even close.
It's not even close.
And Jason Marshall, in his junior year, that was not great in 2023. We had, you and I spoke about it a lot. I remember during the film breakdown, that was kind of when you first came onto the scene of just like not being himself, wasn't able to play. The entire secondary was just lost. And part of it could be
the coaching,
all of it. It was everything. Right. Again, they only had one coach.
Nobody was playing on the same page. Pressure wasn't getting there. All kind of stuff. We were falling apart at the helms.
Craziness, right? That was 2 years ago. Now we go to 2024. Okay. This was last year. We get a new coach in his a name that we will not announce in this. Just kidding. Will Harris, who's at Miami now.
No relation.
So now we're transitioning coaches, and he's still in charge of the entire secondary. Okay,
right.
And here's who we have back there: Asa Turner, who got hurt that game, who didn't even play anymore. Backed up by DJ Douglas, who was absolutely garbage. Devin Moore, who again he's going to be a starter this year, which we love. Jason Marshall, which had his best year, was phenomenal last year.
Yeah.
Sharif Denson, who was carrying over into this year, and then Jordan Castell, which is going into his 3rd year. In the secondary, played much better, right?
For sure. For sure.
Now, stick with me. I know I've kind of rambled here. Nobody's really knocked your socks off, but now we're headed into this season. Jordan Castell is going to be your starter your third year. DeJon Johnson, who was phenomenal last year, played a ton of snaps, ton of experience, did a lot of great things when Jason Marshall went down, stepped up tremendously, and was a part of the 6-0 run, right?
For sure.
Alongside Devin Moore, who when is healthy is one of the best players on the football field. His biggest thing is going to be, can he stay healthy? He has been good since he's been there, but hasn't been able to stay on the football field, okay? Then you got Bryce Thornton, who's an absolute treat.
Don't forget Bryce.
An absolute treat alongside, where is he? And Sharif Denson. So Sharif Denson, Aaron Gate. I mean, the big thing
we didn't even name Gates. Well, you named them
just now.
We didn't even name Gates. Yeah,
he's on the backup here. The one big thing is Triquez Bridges from last year was a huge shining point that I forgot to mention. He was massive. And the other big factor is headed into this year is it's split up. You got Coach Vinny rocking just with the safeties and Coach Williams just with the cornerbacks. So for the first time in 4 years, I would argue that the talent and the experience and the snaps across the board from both cornerbacks to stars and both your safeties is the best that it's been. We think that it's thin because in comparison to the other rooms, it is thin. But when you look at that safety quarterback room across the last 3 years, it's actually the most experience with the most up-and-coming talent that we have.
Yeah.
Right?
You just nailed that on the head, too.
And it's finally going to be coached properly.
Correct. We got the most experience we ever had. You got a 3 years or 4 year starter at safety coming in, right?
At Jordan Castell.
Exactly. And Castell, the way Thornton balled out was great. Gates, I swear, boy, I hope he's 100%, man, because I haven't seen nothing like it in a long time. Denson's been balling.
Bryce
and
Thornton.
Thornton, yeah. I mean, this is the best, I would say, back end that we've had since Napier's tenure.
And back
as far as experience, we had names, but experience and guys that have played and made big time plays for us, all of that coming back, it's the best. And just, them understanding their positions with the two coaches. You got one with the safeties, one with the corners, but they're both on the same page. One's like a defensive coordinator out there. He has the D coordinator title, working with Roberts. But for the back end, then he's giving it to Coach Wilkins. Everybody's on the same page. I think in previous years, we weren't on the same page. The communication was bad. But you saw last year guys communicating a lot better. And I expect it to be a ton better this year. And not only that, you got guys being able to get after the quarterback. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for these guys. But no doubt, talent-wise, it's the best that we had since Napier been here. And depth-wise, probably not a lot of names. But the younger guys that we have that are going to fill the roles in behind them are high-quality recruits, are elite-level recruits. They got there early, so they got a spring under their belt. It's not like previous years where a lot of guys didn't come in as early as they could. But we had a lot of guys from these past classes that came in earlier, got this spring game under their belt. And for me, it's like, dang, okay, going through a spring for a freshman is almost like going through a season. I'm not going to lie to you. So the fact that you can come in and go through a spring, go through that gauntlet, have a spring game, that's almost like a mini season for you.
Sure.
As far as preparation and what you're learning. So now you get this fall camp. And so these guys are learning at a fast pace, and I can see big time things coming out of the younger guys that are backing them up. And I'm still waiting on our guy, what they call him, from the UK.
Oh yeah, Onus.
Onus, man.
We forget about Onus.
Yeah, the way he can cover ground. And then the guy, he's a redshirt sophomore coming from Miami. That's playing safety. What's his name? I know. Pat. No, he said what?
Zaquan Patterson.
Who are you talking about? Let me see.
Who you talking about?
I was just looking him up. You said he didn't commit.
He committed to OSU, I think. Who I think you're thinking of? Who? Like we lost Gregory Smith, and that was the kid that you were thinking we were gonna get. We didn't get him. If that's what you're thinking of.
No, you're right. We didn't get him. My bad. I was looking him up. Yeah, but being a redshirt sophomore, just a little bit more experience and going through that redshirt
process. Here's some names we didn't mention. Michael Caraway Jr. is a senior transfer that's coming in.
Yeah, and is Cormani going to play some of that position as well?
Behind Devin Moore is what they got him slotted at. So you got your cornerbacks. The cornerback room is Devin Moore, Dejon Johnson, Cormani McClain, and Ben Hanks, who obviously is an electric freshman.
Ben Hanks.
Yeah.
So Cormani's not going to play no safety? He's not going to play none of the safety?
He's cornerback.
Okay.
The safety room is Jordan Castell, Bryce Thornton, Michael Caraway, Drake Stubbs, who played a little cornerback, I would say nickel cornerback in the spring game, and then Lagonza Hayward. So that's what I'm saying. We didn't even get to that part yet.
You missed the whole Lagonza, yeah. And people overlooking Lagonza, Onis, Drake. Those I don't want to talk too early on.
Jamar Grimsley,
yeah,
you saw the name, from Alabama going into his second year.
We have yet to see them play in a full season, but talent alone, these guys are definitely going to be on the field. So they'll be heavy into the rotation. I'm expecting these coaches to coach them up well. Just being able to see Drake in the spring game was awesome. Gave them a lot of film to get coached up on. So I think we're talent-wise, the starters, Thornton, Castell, as far as veteran leadership on the back end, communicating, all that's going to translate well. I'm expecting Castell to have his best year yet this season.
I agree.
He's been out there since a freshman. I'm expecting him to be a supreme leadership on the back end, getting everybody where they need to be and making sure he solidified the back end for it. I think he's definitely going to have his best year yet. And I think Bryce Thornton's he's going to be the man, but I think Castell will be having a bigger role at that safety position.
Again, I think a big factor that gets overlooked too, when you've had a position group that's been coached by one person essentially during the game, you got to think those guys are lost. When Robert is controlling and he's just calling the game, I mean, they're not really being coached mid-game. It all has to get fixed after the fact. So I think this is a huge thing too that isn't really being talked about a lot. Is for the first time in Napier's time that he's been there, is every position has a designated coach. Even the linebacker room on point was being shared.
For sure.
So so many big moments. Again, the quarterback room has been talked about or asked about a lot, and so I was like, let's talk about it. When you really dive into it, I feel stoked about it. I was like, man, all of a sudden I'm thinking about it and talking about it. I was like, it could be one of the rooms that shocks everybody. And it's like, that was never a problem at all. It's actually this.
Yeah. Not only that they're all on the same page. I know a big thing with Will leaving was he wanted certain things his way on the back end.
Yeah.
But the defensive coordinator wasn't going for it. So now we have two guys that understand their roles and they're working in tandem and they're cool with it and like working how they're working. So I think that goes a long way when you're talking about game planning and what we're going to do and having the same message. If you having different messages across the back end, you're going to see some people running free. And I think us being consistent, having the same message and having a coach over each position where you can have eyes on at every time is definitely going to be
addressed
great
in a moment and when it happens, right?
Yeah, for sure. Right on the field, yeah.
Huge stuff. Again, hopefully makes you feel a little bit better than maybe what you did a couple days ago. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. My mom called for her ritual, but we were right in the middle of it. I was like, I gotta call. We're in a flow state right now. I got. But call back in, Mom. We're ready for you now. I text her.
Why we love you.
$2 from Chad Hayes says record prediction from the GOAT Stephen Harris, please. Chad
record
Hayes.
Prediction undefeated. What are you talking about, Chad? Going undefeated, man. It's always.
I love it. He's fired.
We're undefeated till we get beat.
Till we're not. Absolutely. Look,
right.
the best way that I've tried to look at it is how I try to view each game, and we're going to talk about it. I posted. Actually, I don't have it brought up, but we will talk about it in right now because the odds for making the playoffs dropped, and Florida sits at plus 350, which I don't hate. That's actually fairly good odds. But when you look at the teams in front of us, like Ole Miss, who
money.
I think that's I think it is. I think that's a mass. I think they take a massive step back. Tennessee, I think they have some major troubles. And here's where I looked at the schedule again today. again, I've gotten better. I understand as the Disney Gator, I don't believe in picking us to lose, but I felt like a healthy way that I found by picking these games is by using a percentage on how I feel. So games that I that are close, I put 50-50. So Georgia's 50-50, right? Like those tough games. But then there's games that I feel extremely confident, like 90-10. Like Long Island is 100%, right? USF is 99.1. Like USF's still a good team, so I'll give them a little respect. When I went and looked at it today, it was the first time in a while, and we've talked about this before when we were all growing up and how we looked at our Florida schedule, is that it was like Georgia, LSU, and FSU. Because everything else, Florida wins. You beat Kentucky. You beat Texas.
You said FSU?
Well, that was like the fun game that you enjoyed.
What do you mean by fun?
When I'm like, are you messing with me?
I hate Florida State, bro.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is like those games kind of had a different value because of the season. You don't know what FSU was coming into it. But we owned Texas and Tennessee and South Carolina and Kentucky for so long. Those games, they were automatic wins. We just counted them off. It was just check. It was just like, we were just gonna go see how the team was playing. Like that's how it was. That's not me being I'm not being cocky. That's how it was. And I looked at the schedule this year, and I go, look, the reason why the schedule has been such a gauntlet, one is because these teams are ranked, and why it felt so scary last year was because we didn't feel confident in the team that we were playing. When I looked at it, I was looking at the Spot the Ball t-shirt. Shout out to the t-shirt. Little shameless plug there. There's seven games where I'm 80% or higher.
For sure.
The Tennessee game I feel ultra confident in, right? You got Long Island, you've got USF, Mississippi State, there's your fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky, there's your fifth one. You give me Ole Miss, which I feel genuinely confident in, okay? And then I think I had FSU was the other one, okay?
For sure.
Just where they're at. Now, that game is the only one that could be a little wobbly just because it is a rivalry game.
You just giving them something.
Yeah.
Just because. Okay.
But 7 games that I felt genuinely like we should win this game. Like, I understand you got to put the games, and I understand these points. But if I'm betting and I look at the odds and I'm Vegas, I am putting my numbers on that, right? So there's 7 wins. So you've got to find essentially 2 more wins. Now you've got A&M, LSU, Texas, Georgia, right? What am I missing? A&M, Miami, LSU, Texas, Georgia. There's your 5.
Yeah, you just ain't say Miami, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Miami. Miami, I feel confident in. I think it's much closer than the other ones, but I still feel confident. I feel very confident with Georgia. In Texas, I think I feel more confident than probably most because it is at home. LSU, Texas A&M, and Miami are on the road. Those are going to be tough games. Just considerably of who they are. Florida hasn't necessarily overcome that hump yet of winning the big one on the road, right? That has been a thing of Napier is winning on the road.
Miami game is basically away. They don't have a home stadium.
I agree. It's like playing Georgia in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I know people are going to think we're trolling, but I agree with you. I don't feel like this is as intimidating as going to A&M or LSU. Not even close.
No. Maybe the old Orange Bowl, but not this.
Yeah.
No.
So when I kind of broke it down like that, I go, okay, 9-3 I think is makes you a playoff. A lot has to go around. I know that. But if that's where things are at, 10-2 is it's not as it doesn't seem like when you talk about
it's not far away. You saying we're gonna knock out 7 of them already, and then you got 5 extra that are a toss up. You're gonna get 2 or 3 out of those.
Yeah, I think that the other games they're all 50-50. If not some, I think you could even put a 60-40 on Florida, right? On some of those games. I think the LSU game because it's so early, it's on the road, it's at night. There's not going to be enough data. I don't think. Maybe not because LSU plays Clemson, so we might have a little data on them, but Florida's not going to be truly tested at that point. There's not going to be enough data for us to feel a certain way. Maybe there will be. Maybe there will be. I don't know. But as of now, I feel like it's a 50-50 game.
Yeah, I don't know about data, but I just feel like we just got to go out there and punch them in the mouth. I feel like it's enough in us to raise the stakes for that game. You know, we had a guy leave us, so that should be
2
enough
guys.
juice for me.
They got 2 of them.
Yeah. Well, 2 of them. That's enough juice right there alone for me to just go ahead and give that edge to Florida. Now it is on the road at night. I've said it before. LSU night game is probably is up there. If it's not Florida at night, LSU at night is probably
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
number one game for me. It's just a whole different environment. But we normally get up for those type of games. It's not like we go there and have a bad game. The excitement and energy is just in the building. But I think we match it on the road at LSU. Ever since I've played or during my tenure, we never shied down to that energy of going to LSU at night. It was just always electric.
I agree. There during your time, it was nothing really, kind of we never really veered off. Florida again. So when I talk about Florida being atrocious on the road, again, even last year, outside of Mississippi State, which I really don't count, they struggled on the road. They lost to Tennessee, and one they should have won in overtime. But to me, that is the inability to close. Right? That was a prime example of having the inability to close. They beat Kentucky at home by a lot, and they played LSU. They got absolutely wally-whopped by Texas on the road. That game obviously was kind of a weird one. And then we did go beat Florida State on the road, but that wasn't. I mean, it didn't really.
We finished Florida State on the road. Yeah, they were already beaten down.
Yeah, so we haven't won their Q in a decade on the road at Death Valley. So it's going to be a true, and I love that it's early. I honestly am so pumped where it is because I think it's going to be your biggest test that you genuinely go through all year. It's going to be one of the most experienced teams in the SEC with one of the most firepower teams in the SEC and the most hostile play. I think it's between LSU, Tennessee, and Florida at night are the top three in my opinion. But I think LSU, even though I love the Swamp, is absolutely insane. That Raging Cajun gets a roll in a different kind of way. Nice. So that place is one of the hardest places to play. So I love that it's early for this team to truly get a taste. And again, I think that the last 6 games of the year, that was a big battle test moment. This game is all that into one, your 60
If
minutes.
our team is what we believe it is, that test, like you said, should be great for us just to see where we are. It's early in the season. We still have a lot of season left to play. And if we are who we are, we got to go in there and take care of business. We go in there and take care of business, that'll set the tone for the rest of the season.
Agreed.
We can't go in there and get rolled. We go in there and get rolled on the road, it can set a different tone. I don't want to have to come from a fighting back demeanor. I don't want to. I think we're so much riding on this high right now. Any major setback for me could derail.
The fan base
I know
will lose
getting
it.
punched in the mouth sometimes is good, but I think where they at, what they showed last year, that we better not have one down game. Miami can't happen again. Another game where we just come out flat or lay down cannot happen again, especially not this year with what we have going in. The leadership we have, the leaders that are on the team, all these accolades. You got Bricks, we got the guys going to SEC Media Days, we got Banks, we got Sapp, we got too many dogs, Gators, in that locker room to go in there and lay a brick and not come out. If we get obliterated up there, it's going to say a lot more to me than anything. But I don't believe it's going to happen. I'm just saying that it can't happen.
I agree, because I'm trying to think if we had if when you said the Miami game, that Miami game felt like we were the worst team on the football field. We were out coached. We were out everything, and it was a huge question mark after week 1. Going into week 3, if we look like that again, yeah, it's gonna be very concerning. And the reason why I said I disagree, because I do feel the team bounced back tremendously. So I do feel that they do have a phenomenal.
Good. Sometimes the blow is good, and it's a long season. But
yeah, I do feel they have a good goldfish mindset. But the fan base is going to go be in complete shambles if it happens. That's a for fact. But if it comes down to a field goal, I mean the fan base is gonna be pissed regardless. That's a matter of fact.
I'll be cool with that though. Not that I'll be taking.
You're never okay with it,
loss.
but you're understanding of that's the game. Like that's why you play the games, is for those bounces to go your way, and the bounces didn't go our way.
They have enough time on the clock. That's all.
We'll know though at that point, this team can do this. And the reason why I'm 100% not going to panic if it does come down to that, you want to know why? I'll give you one game: Ohio State, Oregon. where that was a perfect example last year where Ohio State lost to Oregon by 1 point. Oregon was the best team in the country. They were celebrating. They had a parade. Guess who won when it mattered most?
For sure.
Okay? So, again, I think that we have to kind of rewire our brain a little bit to understand. I'm not trying to set us up for failure, I'm tempting expectations. No, the season has changed. The football schedule has evolved. Everyone is much better. I don't feel like you have kind of these ebbs and flows of seasons. There's a lot more parity. And with that, you're going to have a lot of big-time games. This is why college football is going to be more and more electric each year. Because this is what the NIL was supposed to do, intended to do. So, yeah, spot on. You can't go in there and get you absolutely wally-whopped. It will raise some huge question marks, and you don't want to do that because I think you've got the following week, you got A&M on the road, if I'm not mistaken, which, no, Miami. Whew, Miami, what a heck of a stretch, man.
Wait, no.
Yeah, you got to LSU, you go to Miami.
Said after LSU, we go to Miami LSU on the road, then Miami. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, you want to go in there with a good mindset.
And it's a SEC matchup. We ain't saving nothing just to beat Miami. We going up to LSU and Death Valley and putting it all out.
Yeah, that game has more value.
You want to measure your team, you do it there.
Yeah, I agree. Boys and girls, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. We're doing a giveaway at the end of the show for the signed Brandon Spikes item, so you do not want to miss that. Well, if you didn't buy merch, you missed it. But a lot of entries. Small
caveat for y'all, just in case if you're not in state.
Let's figure some things out. What do I have pulled up next? All right, this is kind of an interesting one. Not Florida topic, but I love talking about my guy Steve here. So I actually did a lot of digging on this and try to figure out what was going on. I like talking about other teams. And I hate, this is the part that I hate about it, the college football. Like, as much as I love to see a team have its downfall, this part isn't, it's fun, but it's not fun at the same time. Boo Carter, who was an electric pickup for them last year, played on both sides of the ball. I followed his recruitment, came down between Tennessee and Colorado. I felt like Colorado was going to be a good fit because it felt like he wanted to play both sides of the ball, DB, a little bit of kind of Travis Hunter-like. Guy was electric. A lot of these guys want to play both sides, and this is what makes Travis Hunter so special. Like, it's not as realistic as what people think that it is. So it started with a Vol insider saying, I don't believe there is a high possibility that Boo Carter does not play this year. Boo Carter played DB last year. That was the big factor. So then I got to dig and I go, what's going on? Like, he didn't mention anything. I was like, there is some issues. There seems to be some rumors. I don't want to create anything because I've seen what happens with Pat McAfee when they start stuff. But apparently there happened some personal things that happened. There doesn't seem to be any realistic stick to it. But it was off the field related. That's all that I'm going to say. Look, this is all kind of forum stuff. So who knows what's true and what's not true? His mom made a post about my son's not related to this, blah, 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 blah. So that he was speaking to that. There's some of the rumors are starting to be some smoke behind it. Then I saw this post where it says, so Tony Basali is the guy that hinted he won't be a part of the Tennessee team. Said he's in trouble or something, which is the off the field stuff. And apparently there's also some madness happening where he doesn't want to play defense. And Colorado keeps meddling, who I just said was involved with the recruitment, right? And look, he played, from what I was reading when I was doing my digging through the Tennessee forums, he played some on the offensive side of the ball in 2025. He was a part of that. So obviously he wants to be involved with that some more and wants to be probably a star. I do remember his recruitment being a big flashy one as well. But the reason I wanted to talk about it was because I keep seeing Tennessee show up on a lot of lists. One of the lists we talked about the other day, which was the most money being spent in NIL. Another list where their evaluation, they were in the billions. They were in the top 10 of most valued football team right now. And we've talked about this. When you go out there and you buy a team and you put it together through a different foundation, not everybody struggles with it, right? You can find success. It's very similar to your Tom Coughlin approach or your Jimmy Smith approach, right? Is that his name? Jimmy Smith, Cowboys head.
Yeah. He said, what? Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
who can manage the superstars, who can manage probably a big payroll, right? Where Coughlin's like, I'm here to get, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. So two different approaches to the game, both successful. But it is kind of the funny part for me as a Gator fan is watching this unfold because Nico was a big one. And then look, you see, if you're, and this is what we've talked about, why Florida, why Napier, and you hear the guys even on the team say, yeah, Nate doesn't, stays away from that type of personality. And this isn't a shock to those kids. It's just you're not going to fit in this culture because this is how we function. And so when this is the downfall of you see one guy kind of act a certain way and kind of throw a fit, he leaves to get and he gets what he wants. Effect. Now Boo's saying, well, there's no way you're going to lose two of us. And Tennessee's kind of in a place to we put our foot down and try to kind of mend the culture. They also had stuff like 2 years ago where there was some beef going on with the linebackers in the locker room when Hendon Hooker was there, which is when NIL was first starting up, of him not being paid. So it's very interesting to see all of this unfold. And again, this is where I think these are just small, bad stories that you don't want as a program. This is coming off of SEC Media Week, where Heupel showed zero confidence in the quarterback room as well. A lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah. And I said it, not know if it's all related to money or whatever, but I said it before, man. You don't want to get caught into the hype of just paying people just to pay them, man. That will fracture a locker room. You got a lot of guys that are putting in a lot of work, and they know the real work and energy and effort that it goes into this. And if you just see someone come in and just get paid to do whatever, it can fracture your locker room. I love the locker room that we have at Florida. I love the way the guys get along together. But the Nico thing was the first chip to let you know, when you don't have stability at the most important position on your team, that means your whole locker room is going to be fractured in some way. People are going to start bickering and talking. And once you get to that level of it, you cook, for lack of better words. You start getting back and forth with the coaches, and you know what I mean? You're not happy. And once that gets to the top level of your leadership on your team, you're basically cooked. I expect to see this play out on the field play. Things like this in your locker room is definitely going to affect everyone else. Affects your meetings, your preparation for the week. It affects everything, and I expect to see that play out in the Tennessee locker room this year.
The other thing I was kind of again skating through that he was missing practices, very similar to the Nico drama as well. And look, the same type of how this is unfolding, where it seems like it's just a bunch of gibberish behind the scenes. That's how the Nico conversation started. Usually, when there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah, I've learned that very quickly. And I think, because there really isn't any repercussions for being wrong anymore, more and more people are willing to put their name on it and be associated to some sort of news, whether it is true or not, because more than likely there's probably some truth to this. The severity of it probably varies. But the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was just the cultural issues and how Tennessee, I genuinely think, takes a huge step back. Their biggest strength is going to be their defense. They're returning, I think, like 69 or 70%. A lot of numbers in my head last week in teams, but they return a lot of their starting production, and I want to say they're in the low 40s when it goes to the offensive side of the ball. And this was a guy that was a playmaker on the special teams, played a little bit of slot last year. Could be a guy like a Eugene Wilson-esque, where you can dump the ball off, very Squirrel White-esque, if you will, for what he was to them last year. But again, you've got Joey Aguilar, who's fighting for two freshmen, George McIntyre, and the other one's a redshirt freshman, I believe, for the starting role. Mom's calling us now, Steve. We can.
Hey, Mama.
Well, about time.
Well, I had to get cleaned up for the show. I had to take my shower.
So you called us before Stinky?
Yeah, I did call you Stinky earlier, and then I cleaned up for the occasion.
Okay, all right, thank you.
We love you, Mama.
You have missed. Yeah, we were worried.
I got to get on my mama.
Called in, so I was figuring, the guys need to call. Mama needs to check on the boys.
I did. When you called in, we were in our flow state. I was like, I can't.
I saw that, and I saw you look, and I saw you roll your eyes. I saw all that.
Oh no!
And then I was like, and then I was watching for a little longer, and I got in the shower. But
I don't know if I rolled my eyes of like disgust.
You did.
I was like,
it's on video. I mean, it's on.
Well, it was more of like like I want to answer it, but I'm in a moment. Like we can't interrupt the flow. And I was like,
you your mama child, since you know all your expressions.
My boy Harris, my famous 93 Harris loves me, and I love him, and so I had to call and check on him, make sure he's doing good.
Thank you, Mama. I love you dearly.
You can't hear him, but he said thank you, love you.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm being very good. I'm not even watching me talk to you this time. I'm being so
Look,
good this
see, she's
time. It's
learning.
unbelievable.
I don't know if you were in trouble for watching us last time, but thank you for getting. I'm glad you don't smell. Glad you don't smell. That's important.
I'm clean. I got my American stars on, dummies.
Okay.
I'm good to go, man.
I love it. Well, thank you for calling in. I thought we missed you. I was like, wow, she went to bed. She's done with us.
Nah. She double back.
I had to get my shower. I did my 2 miles today walking.
Okay.
Good. So.
You've been hustling. All right,
motivation.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Love you too, Mama. Thank you.
Love you.
All right.
She comes over on Tuesdays. She'll be here tomorrow. But good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was, but yeah.
We were talking about Boo Carter.
No, I was gonna say, these with this day and time, anytime something's happening within your organization, it's gonna get out now. There's too much going on, a lot of money talks, people feeling a certain type of way. News is gonna leak out. Like you said, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think we did a good job, the Gator staff, of anytime something tried to get out, or if there was a little bit of smoke, we put it out. You know, the fact that Tennessee's not saying much, or they just trying to keep their mouths closed on the issue and not addressing it, just let me know that it's probably a little more than just smoke.
Yeah, so. I think they're probably frustrated. That was kind of how Heupel looked during SC Media Day, was just frustrated. But
that's tough. You getting ready for the season,
right?
You're supposed to be getting ready for camp, and you got these type of issues going on. That locker room is fractured.
Last thing you want to be talking about right now is that. That's the last thing you want to be dealing with headed into a week out from practice. But all right, boys. So we did a giveaway for the signed Brandon Spikes bottle. If you bought High Top merch, you guys ate it up, and a lot of you got in on the Spot the Ball, which is still available. And really, put yourself into the drawing. There's also we just released the first week Beat F or LIU t-shirts are out. We've already sold a couple of those, so really appreciate you guys' support. Here's the caveat: you can't ship alcohol. So
we didn't do it on purpose, guys.
I didn't even
definitely oversight. I just tried to do something for y'all. Try to do something nice as a Hot Top family. But if you out of the state of Florida,
well, here's what we're gonna do. Whoever wins, we'll figure it out. So whether you're close, whether you come in for a game, we will do. If you're adamant about getting it, we'll make it happen.
Logistics.
We'll figure it out behind the scenes. But if you're like, that's my other alternative, is I have a signed Brandon Spikes photo for the ones that are just like, hey, just send me that, we'll call it even. So I apologize, but either way, you're gonna get taken care of. We're going to make this work. I can assure you. It just isn't going to be as smooth as it was. Like I didn't even think about it. Honestly, I did look at a lot of the people that purchase stuff and their address, because I can see that on our back end. There's a lot of Florida people, so we could get lucky and we could meet up, and it could give you a reason to come Sunday if you weren't coming and you do win. So it could be a win.
And if I have to meet up with you, you get to meet me and everything, get a picture or whatever. So
that's a double win.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you want the signed picture, you get to choose if you're out of state. But if you're in state, or if you're out of state and you want to link up at a game or whatever it's going to be, we can make it happen. But
yeah, if you're adamant about getting that bottle, which I get, we'll do our best to make it happen. There were a few that from like West Virginia and California.
Swoder said he can ship it.
Who did?
Swoder said I can ship alcohol. They gonna ship it with his company.
So my buddy called me off. I have to talk to Ricky, because Ricky, he runs his bourbon show, and I thought he's the one that's told me it's because he's a bourbon show. He's a bourbon show, and I'm like, hey, you're gonna do giveaways, and he's like, it's not that easy. So a lot of things. I think we can't do. I know for a fact we can't do it for you through United Postal Service. Maybe we'll talk.
You give it to Swoder. I'll bail him out if anything happens.
Or we have Cody. Cody works at UPS. Maybe he can just like throw it into the back of the truck when he's working on one. Like that's always a possibility. We're talking about breaking the law, boys. Like, it's no big deal. It's fine. We'll figure it out either way. We will make sure.
Swoder, we got bail money.
We're over here like stressing out about it, and it's like it's gonna be someone who's like 5 feet from Stephen Harris, and it's like not even
right.
They
live in Spring Hill.
It is a duck race, so if you lose, sorry.
Can we see the race today?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I don't think we're having any issues with.
Are you still on the same internet, or you went back?
What's up?
Oh, it's working good.
We're on the same team.
No, it's working good. No, the internet. I remember you had to get the backup internet that one day.
Oh no, that got fixed the next day. Yeah. They came, bro. He
My
came
bad,
in.
brother.
We look how crispy. We look crispy, baby.
Yeah, it's good.
We've been firing off cylinders. All right, ignore the tabs. I can hear him already yelling at me. I just hear it. No, what did it do that for?
I got 1,000 what's that? WhatsApp messages.
There we go. All right, I wish I could make a little bit
They
bigger.
call scams. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're getting those too?
Yeah.
Yeah, the WhatsApp. It's weird, isn't it? All right.
Yeah. I'll be bored. I like to answer it.
Did I just lose all the names?
No.
All right, give me a second. I got them right here. It's no big deal. It'll take me 2 seconds.
Who's going to be the lucky winner? 344 in here, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe. Share with a friend. We look forward to seeing y'all at the Gator Independent Media Day. It's going to be a blast.
All right, there's a few names in here that can't win. Just so you know, like Derek Wingo's in here. I sent him some stuff. Solder's in here. So if there's one, we'll redo it. But
that's all right. Good repeat. Yeah.
All right, y'all ready to rock?
And they're off.
Here we go, down to the wire. 25 seconds remain. Levi Hanks coming out with an early lead. Keena Johnson, though, staying close.
Johnson.
But here it comes.
Levi.
A quick comeback from Dalton Ray. Here he comes, the Superman duck, with 10 seconds to go. We see some
Randolph. Come on,
Vincent's
Randolph.
making a move. Oh, we got some big ones coming in. Kramer Powell at the bottom with the green hat.
Pow.
Oh, my gosh. What a duck race. That was electric at the end there. That got
Kramer
nuts.
Powell.
That got nuts. That was a good race.
Shout out to Kramer Powell. That's
right,
it. It's another. We got a finals.
No, that was it. You just want to see some more duck
Kramer
races.
Powell's the winner. Yeah, no, that was pretty dope. I was excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're so fun. I got some. Let me see where he lives. I'm not gonna tell y'all, but let me see if he's in this vicinity. Let's see.
Kramer Powell.
He's in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, he's not too far.
Look at that. How far is that from you?
Let's see. Let's go to Waze.
Cool stuff. Worked out. So my name was in there for when I ordered some stuff. I was really hoping I would have won. It would have really. I'm like, sorry guys, suck. It would have been awesome because the rig allegations never would have passed.
Oh, actually, you're pretty far. Sorry. It's 3 hours and 8 minutes from Port St. Lucie, but we can make it work, man. I'll do anything for the Gator Nation.
So Cody says ship it up. Don't say it's booze and wrap it good. Say that again?
Yeah. I said Shelton's gonna give gas money, so don't worry.
Yeah, if you just wrap it, I'd probably put a bubble wrap and maybe put like a towel around it.
Yeah.
And then just.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Because I guess they don't know. It just looks like a glass to them with. It could be anything. It could be water.
Yeah, it is water. What are you talking about?
We're literally breaking the rules. We'll figure it out.
As long as they don't roll the tape, it won't be a federal offense. We'll be all right.
I'll get with Kramer. What was it? Kramer Powell.
Kramer Powell.
Let me see when. Yeah, let me see. He just ordered something like
Kramer Powell. You on the chat?
He just ordered something like 2 days ago too. How close is that? Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I'll shoot him an email. We'll figure it all out. And if he doesn't respond within like a couple of days,
yeah, I feel bad now. I almost want to do another giveaway. What can I give away? Anybody want this helmet? No, I'm just playing.
We'll do another giveaway here. Maybe like next Monday. I've got some more sign. If we can get this thing, maybe we'll do the sign giveaway for the Brandon Spikes. I got a signed football too and some other stuff.
If you get us 100,000 subs, I'll give away this Gator helmet, freshly worn off the 06 championship team too. They still got the stickers on the back.
I'm taking the helmet.
Yeah. If we get 100,000 subs, I got a whole Gator uniform for you. Shoulder pads and all. Back flap, everything.
Ducks are weighted. I love it. Boys and girls, almost 400 strong on this beautiful Monday night. Smash the like button, subscribe, show some love. Of course, we'll be live on Wednesday, live at 8:35, trying to get some more guests. This Sunday, don't forget, big time, massive event happening at Magnitude Brewing in Gainesville, Florida, from 2 to 5. It's gonna be great. We are so pumped. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be an awesome event. So many people are looking to go, and now look, there's even more reason. Before it was a gift to get to hang out with everyone, see players, all that, and now you have an opportunity to win an incredible signed. I think. I mean, this is mine, Steve.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, I don't know why you didn't have 3, but it's all right.
It's tough, man. I have you, Cody, and Dave yelling
no,
at
it's
me.
not. Yeah, it's not even the most comfortable thing to be standing there with 3 helmets.
It's not.
You stand. Yeah,
it
like,
was
hey,
uncomfortable.
You all of these, like, who these for, man?
It was, bro. I was like, one's a giveaway. One's a giveaway.
Yeah,
like I just,
yeah. When you appreciate the people, you try not to overload them with stuff. So I know having 2 for you was a bit much.
Yeah, and I guess for me, like I kind of like. I mean, when I was younger, I loved it a lot more than memorabilia stuff. But now that you're in it, it's a different feeling. Where it's like I like it more now because especially when I've interviewed them and I've talked to them, it's more of a like I'm never gonna sell it. Yeah. It's not a selling piece. It's simply for me. Sure. It's like a story piece. Like the helmet. Sure. This helmet right here, I can't even show it anymore. Let me get it. Bro, this helmet's sick, but it's the bad luck helmet. You know who signed this helmet? Trevor Etienne, Ricky Pearsall, Big Dez.
Wow.
That's who's on this helmet. Wow. But there's like 5 other autographs that aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
So Austin Barber's on this helmet. Shamar, actually,
a great helmet.
It's still a
good
great
helmet. No, yeah.
So Ricky Pearsall, Shamar James,
got a good story.
Big Dez, Trevor Etienne, which was still
Ricky, Shamar, and Big Dez is good enough.
Austin Barber, Derek Wingo signed it.
Wingo.
There's, I guess, like 3. Helmet. Miguel Mitchell's on here, who obviously he left. This is a badass helmet.
Yeah, look, but even the helmet that you got, the one that you're giving away, that's a good starter kit if somebody wanted to take it back up there to get a couple more signatures.
Oh, that's a hell of a helmet, dude. That's a hell of a helmet. I think it's cooler than some of the older stuff just because it's current players. I mean, like, from a value perspective, maybe. I mean, but I don't know. Like, when I go to those shops, you see all the, like, those helmets signed by all the whole team, and it's like it's because it was so hard to get. And so now you kind of have your own little version of it. Obviously, I mean, it's much cooler when you get to do it yourself. But
it's definitely going into the High Top Museum. So it's good to have a lot of stuff for your museum.
That's kind of where I'm at now. It's like, again, everything has a story to it. I've earned it. I won't go out and buy it anymore. I always want to go and earn it just because you can. Yeah. You can now. Yeah. Before you couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Access. Yeah.
So, again, I have this here, right? This signed photo right here with Judd Davis and Shane Edge.
Yeah,
it says 2 High Top Sports,
and it says the story behind it.
Yeah,
him coming on, telling the story. Yeah, that was dope.
Like, no joke. Right next to it, I have a signed Tim Tebow photo. This is cooler. I don't care.
Sweet.
Like, it's not even close.
You know what's even cooler? The professor, because he's cooler than you. He has a signed Stephen Harris jersey that he has behind him almost every episode. He actually moved Tebow out the way to put me up there, which was amazing. He's way cooler than you, Shelton. Shout out to Cody the professor.
I feel weird asking you for an autograph. We're boys now. I can't be asking you for an autograph.
You're right. I'm supposed to just gave you something. My bad, brother.
Yeah,
you're
like
right.
That's not. Cody's gonna ask you for stuff. He's a goob.
You working your weight. You working your weight, man. Where is it? Yeah, you working your weight, man.
Yeah, I got been there. I can't
I got
geek out when I see Stephen Harris.
I appreciate you. I got something special for you, bro.
Yeah. I felt weird when I asked you for a photo. I was like, I can't ask a grown man for a photo.
It's all love, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
but
Jay, to be fair, I wouldn't. If I saw Tim Tebow, I wouldn't ask him for his autograph.
You wouldn't?
I would not. No, sir.
Yeah, I don't really have many autographs for nobody. I'm not gonna lie. Like these bottles, I just did it because I knew.
I think it's different though. Like you're in the moment, you're handing out with your boy. Like that's a moment for him. Like you're representing him. Like
Like even Champ Bailey playing with him in the league, I didn't never ask him to sign anything. His locker was right next to mine. I just, once you get to know them and respect them on a certain level, you see that they're human.
Yeah.
Once you know that they're human and they give you enough qualities about them to humanize them, it kind of takes away that lure of me wanting to ask them for it. Although I know it could be valuable, I'll never see myself selling it to somebody or something like that because they signed it for me. So it just, just being able to say I know them is enough versus me having an autograph of it. It's good to have the trophy case full of jerseys for people that you play with, the signatures and stuff. That's awesome, but I don't know. I never been that guy. I never earned or had anybody else's jersey growing up, wearing other people's jerseys. I just was never that type of person, but I love it though. I like when people ask me. I signed something the other day for somebody.
It's incredible. It's a hell of a, I mean, the fact that I've been asked to sign stuff has been nuts, but a lot of it too, I just give, like, for me, there's been certain, like, I have Percy Harvin would be the one I might ask.
Oh, for sure.
Like that was.
If I see Percy now, I would ask him for something.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, yo,
even that's my guy. If I saw him, I would make sure that
because he has that aura.
Time I'm gonna see you again, Percy.
Yeah,
you liable to get missing. If I run up on you the next time, you definitely signed something for sure.
I think the big thing for me now, right? Like what my I'd rather have an interview. I'd rather sit down and like that's my autograph now.
Yeah.
Like just because of what I do, right? I think that's the cool thing too. Yeah. I had this Kyle Busch helmet. Like, I love Kyle Busch. I don't know if I could ever walk up to him, hey, can you sign this for me? Like, like my kid was with me. I don't know, just that. I mean, I would love it. It would be sick, and it would just be something that's cool. But I don't know if I'd carry it around all day to catch him. You know what I mean? What's cool about what's cool about these Gator
at the most awkward moment?
What's cool these Gator events is you have that opportunity. Like, again, what's so cool about this is that I had 2 Gator helmets. I had a show going, and then when they sat down and we chit chatted, they signed it. So it was like that's how, like, I remember sitting down and talking to them when he signed this. Like, that's huge. And when I had that high, I was like, this is how I want to get autographed. Like, that's way cooler, way more valuable. Yeah, like
you're not just going online trying to buy it, just say you got it, or just you want that relationship and then them sign it, which is definitely dope.
I would love it. A Johnny Manziel signed jersey, I take. Like few things like that. Like I thought about Joey Burrow. Like I love Joey B, but I was like, he's younger than me now. It feels kind of weird. Johnny Manziel, like we're at the same age, and there's like an aura.
He was a super rock star during this time. That's like certain signatures you just got to have. Not got to have, but they're cool. Mean more. Yeah,
it's cool. It's a cool part of the collection. I'm trying to think
like a Jordan signature. If you run up on MJ, it's tough not to say, MJ, can you sign my arm?
A Tiger
you cut the arm off, and freeze the arm for sure.
Yeah, a Tiger Woods, for sure. So, yeah, I think that's kind of how with Cody, with you, of like that was like a big moment to. Again, I would say a huge accomplishment for where he came to be able to be a part of the show and then to interview you and like that. Those are huge feats. Like I don't think he would carry.
I appreciate. We have a connection. Met him and the whole family, beautiful family. Love the kids, love the wife. So it was dope for me to do it, and just him, explaining to me what he wanted to do with it and how much he valued me, means a lot to me. Speaking on it though, if anybody coming to the thing and you got something you want me to sign, I will sign it, no problems. If you want to send me something and have me sign it, hit my DM. We can coordinate that, man. I love Gator Nation. It is always a blessing and an honor to have people even want my signature. You know what I mean? Especially in this day and age. Swamp Kings was awesome to us. High Top has been awesome to me. The Gators, the football program has been awesome to me. So that's the least I could do for you guys.
Cody didn't even get DJ Lagway's autograph.
He can't.
He got his
he repped me. That's why I told you he's better than you. I'm team professor, man. What are you talking about?
Look, for me, even for me, like when we were on the football field, like all those people around, I was like, man, there was like that part of me. I was like, I would love to get all these cats autographed and chit chat with them, but I also feel like I don't want to take away from other people too. And I got a picture with Coach Napier when he recognized. I was like, yeah, that's all right. That was good enough. I'm cool.
Yeah.
And to be on the sideline again, like you kind of start to realize like that was a blessing in itself. Like I I was tapped out of my luck and blessing that. I was like, I'm gonna just walk away from the table while I'm mad.
You're like, hey, if I get out there and go talk to them, it takes their energy down, and I'm taking it away from somebody else.
Yeah,
let them be happy in this moment, because signing 1,000 autographs do get draining.
Yeah, it's exactly how I felt. I was like, I was like, oh man, as much as I would love to go and because we were down there first, could have been right in front with DJ Lagway. I was like, there's other people that deserve this way more than I do. They would appreciate it more than me.
Appreciate it more. Yeah. Now you'll have your time. Well, you always do so.
That's the thing too. It's like, look, if it's meant to be, it'll make its way back around. But great show, man. Good stuff. I love y'all.
Sure.
Love you, Steven, even though you won't get me anything. But
I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna make your day. I got you.
Yeah, man. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Y'all have a good night. Stay frosty. Yeah. Peace and love, baby.
On that Wednesday, best day of the week, and get ready to see us on the weekend.
Yes, sir.